how the High Point community is growing through greenhouses. Also, a behind-the-scenes look at the High Point University admissions mailroom and what Club Esports Call of Duty match means to the esports program. That and more coming up on Q News. Welcome to Q News. Impoverished communities suffer from major food shortages in the High Point area, but one organization is committing their mission to offer life within a food desert. I spoke to the executive coordinator and the farm-to-table coordinator of Growing High Point to hear more about their mission to spark change in the High Point area. High Point was named 14th highest food desert in the nation.
Everyone was shocked that there were so many people who did not have adequate food resources in High Point. And a lot of people, caring people in the city, got together and started talking about ways that we could address food insecurity.
Growing High Point promotes urban agriculture by purchasing empty lots within High Point communities, establishing infrastructure for greenhouses, providing water sources, and training farmers to tend these farms.
So the mission of our organization, Growing High Point, is to transform these communities, and we do that through the lens of urban agriculture.
The goal of Growing High Point is to unite the community through an entrepreneurial spirit. Urban farms are an opportunity for individuals to start a small business. These farmers are responsible for taking initiative to sell their own produce at local farmers markets and within their community. But Growing High Point is not only focused on urban agriculture. They are now taking the produce into the communities.
GrowDega is an interesting model where we're addressing the food insecurity issue of transportation and taking that food directly into neighborhoods and communities.
GrowDega runs 5 to 6 days a week and brings fresh produce into these food deserts, which are places considered to be too far to walk to the grocery store, and enables those with disabilities the comfort of not having to leave their home.
This is a relatively new position, new program. All this is relatively new, so as the saying goes, we're building the plane as we're flying it.
Growing High Point continues to expand their outreach, and you can choose to support their mission by volunteering, donating, or purchasing produce. Check out growinghighpoint.org for more. David Kleinchuster, Q News. Growing High Point's mission field expands further than its urban farms. Its outreach includes delivering weekly fresh produce for seniors in need, delivering to local food pantries, and now initiating a beekeeping program. Following up with special deliveries, Millie Bowman reveals how a High Point University department delivers a huge impact to students from behind the scenes.
A department that is often overlooked on HPU's campus is the admissions mailroom. The admissions mailroom is an office where all the gifts and folders are prepped for events on campus and where acceptance packets are made and sent out to prospective students. I spoke with a student worker on her experience with her on-campus job. The admissions mailroom on HPU's campus is a department that often is overlooked or unnoticed. The staff and student workers of the admissions mailroom work tirelessly to prepare for different events, send out acceptance packets, and ensure that every prospective and incoming student has everything they need for when they step on campus.
In the admissions mailroom, mainly we prep packets for open houses, orientations, any sort of admissions event on campus for potential students. Sorting mail to give out to admissions staff.
There are 6 student workers in the admissions mailroom, including Haley Bracey, an HPU sophomore. She believes that communication between staff is key within the office and helps everything run smoothly.
So it's important because not only do we help to keep the school running and admissions going, but we also help to share the joy of High Point with potential students as well.
The admissions mailroom preps gifts, name tags, and folders for every event on campus throughout the year. They also send out t-shirts, brochures, and important information regarding scholarship weekends and freshman orientation dates.
You definitely need to have that organizational mindset and be able to communicate with people about what we're doing in the mailroom. and just that like that would be kind of like the most important thing if you're looking to work here.
If you wish to work for the admissions mailroom, you can apply on the HPU Workday website. While the admissions mailroom student workers are prepping for events, other students are prepping for the Call of Duty tournament against different schools in the area. John Hurrell has more on this story.
The HPU Call of Duty esports team hosted the first annual High Point COD Classic last weekend. 5 universities in the area joined High Point in a weekend of amazing matches. I spoke with members of the HPU esports team about their tournament and what it could hold for the future of HPU esports.
My name is Adam Devilish Raymond, and I'm the main sub player for the High Point University Purple COD team. So I've never done a LAN before. This is my first one ever. I was really excited because I got to play against all these teams that I played against online, but in a different environment. Everybody talks about LAN, you know, when you watch tournaments, they're all in person. You're playing directly across or next to the people you're playing against, and you're sitting next to your teammates and all that. I think that we all learned something from it. It was an amazing experience. Like I said, this was my first ever LAN event, especially with like COVID and stuff like that. It's hard to hold these tournaments in person. So being able to do it for the first time was really fun. We had a lot of opportunities for people to cast, tech and mics, cameras, all that stuff. So those people got a lot of experience doing it. So now we know the mistakes that we made and we get to improve them for the next one. And also we made it onto Barstool Sports and ESPN Sports Center. In a couple posts that went viral of a kid from Georgia Southern watching Tavon Austin clips instead of practicing with his team and getting hyped up. So honestly, I think it was a great experience. I'm ready for the next one. I hope that we can have more of these more often, and that would be really cool.
HPU esports is currently ranked 17th in the nation, and they will be playing in playoffs in May. After the break, we take a look at 2 sports stories. First, a unique sport that can be both leisurely yet insanely competitive, then a closer look at the HPU Club swim team. That's what's next on Q News.
A happy medium between ping pong and tennis, the sport pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in the world. Because of the addition of pickleball courts on campus this fall, HPU Rec has been able to add the sport as an intramural league this spring. Playing in the league myself, I've been able to talk to a few HPU students about their experience with the sport.
If you've never heard of pickleball, well now you have. Played with a paddle and a wiffle ball, it's a new and exciting sport that has exploded in popularity. So much so that HPU Rec has added it as an intramural sport this spring.
It's like tennis, but just smaller courts, so it's just less running. Same type of strategy when you're playing doubles, as far as someone comes to the net, someone comes out. If you're playing solo, you got to go all throughout the court, but it's kind of the same deal. It's just smaller courts, so it's less cardio.
Seamus Keeney, an HPU senior, is drawn to pickleball because of its fast pace and the excitement that comes along with playing it.
I love that there's always action going on. You got to be on your toes the entire time. You're going there, you're going here, back and forth.
The best part about pickleball is that virtually anyone can play it.
No matter what athletic ability you have, it's fun for everyone. My parents play, my little sister plays. So much fun no matter what skill level you are, so highly recommend it.
With it being a sport that is played outdoors, there can be little to no contact within the sport. That's why some think it's become so popular recently.
I think it's grown in popularity from COVID. Like, a lot of people realized that was an outdoor activity where there's not many people and you're not really coming in contact with a lot of people. So I think it became popular through COVID, and then because of it, a lot of students have come up saying, let's make pickleball a thing. And so we're like, we listen, so we'll add it.
The best part about pickleball is that anyone can play it, no matter their age or athletic capabilities. Another great way to get some cardio and connect with friends on HPU's campus is through the club swim team. Alex Gibson has more on this story.
High Point University has a club swimming team that competes against other schools. Their meets often take place at UNCG or Elon University. They seem to be a close-knit group that have used swimming to grow their bond as a team. I spoke with 2 swim team members about their experience with club sports.
Take your mark. Go!
The High Point University Club Swim Team is a collection of athletes who share a common interest. But with that shared interest, what is it like being an athlete on HPU's club swim team? Kaylee Ross, a sophomore on HPU's club swim team, spoke about how she ended up joining the team.
Well, I knew that I still wanted to participate in swimming while I was in college. I obviously didn't want to do like a D1 team or even like commit to a D2 team at any other school, especially knowing that I wanted to do physical therapy going into college. So I was like, intramural club is going to be fine. It's so much fun. All the people here are so incredibly nice. The practices are fun. You still get a really good workout, even though some days are easier than others. The coach is incredibly nice. It's just a really fun and welcoming environment to be in.
Sophia Whalen, a sophomore currently on the club, spoke about her view of the swimming team.
Everyone's just really sort of supportive of each other, I think. And we come to swim, but we also sort of just come to hang out. And maybe we don't know a ton about each other necessarily, but we all sort of bond over being at the pool anyway.
Ross suggests current and incoming students join the swim team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, the environment's it's always so fun. I always end up leaving in such a good mood. Even if I know that practice had sucked or my workout just didn't feel good, I always leave feeling happy no matter what.
Any students interested in joining the HPU club swimming team can visit www.highpointclubsports.com.